Hey everybody, this is MadPanda Games here, and today we're back with Gehennam. So they released both chapters 1 and 2, and I got a really good response for the prologue, and I'm super excited to continue. So let's get started, guys. Now, it remembered my load save, so I don't know if I click it, will it end the prologue and go straight to chapter 1, or we'll have to fix it. So let's see what happens. Okay. You lay down against the silk sheets, the sweet scent of flowers lulling you to rest. Your dreams grip you and drag you in deep into sleep, finally allowing you some peace. Okay, I think it's chapter 1 now. When you open your eyes, still feeling the weight of your dreams on you. Okay? You try to weigh your options as you stare listlessly out at the twin suns, as they cast mirages that dance outside your window. Despite the magnificence of your room and the beauty of the Empress's court, you know that you're surrounded by a pit of vipers. It was impossible to exist within the reach of the Empress without having the skill to survive her. You know you'll have to learn to do the same. But for now, your mind doesn't want to respond to the danger around you, and you give up trying to think with such a heavy head. You probably shouldn't give up to think. Everyone literally wants to kill you. Your grogginess drags you down and you lie in bed, your eyes following the intricate lines of the embroidered canopy above you in a daze. Okay, so this is definitely chapter 1, I think. Through your lazy haze, you realize that there is something amiss. Uh-oh. The heat of summer bears down on Davamond, filling your room with a near-oppressive weight that's familiar to you. But as you focus, you realize that another presence is filling your room with a deeper intensity. Stranger danger! Stranger danger! It's concentrated to a single place within your room, the edge of your bed, in fact. Your heart races, your sleepiness replaced by a sharp, terrible clarity. The Empress is sitting on your bed. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good at all. That's not good. A shock bolts through you, yanking you out of the grips of your exhaustion into a panic. Oh, she looks really nice in, her nightwear. Empress? You're here? Ifrita gives you a placid smile. It's my own palace, isn't it? Why shouldn't I go where I please? You're certain that isn't a reasonable answer, but you're just as certain that you have no chance of arguing with her about it. Yeah, considering she almost killed us in the prologue? Don't piss her off, Panda. Do not piss her off at all. The chaos of yesterday had prevented you from seeing the details of her face. But now that she's an arm's reach away, you can't help but be lost within the beauty of the Empress. Unlike Zahn, the Empress bears her scars candidly, the white of healed cuts dark against her dark skin. Okay, I can see them. They're right there. I wonder what happened to cause those. You only know so much about the Empress of Davamond, and your heart twinges at the thought of how royalty could have gotten such wounds on their face. Probably assassination attempts. Ifrita leans closer to you, and the sheer cloth of her robe falls open slightly, the scars on her chest becoming visible with the movement. Sleep well, Panda? Did your dreams keep you company? Let's answer. Let's not piss her off. My dreams are like a tide pulling me into an ocean before throwing me back out every time. I keep trying to reach a center larger than me, but I can never reach it. Ifrita taps her finger against her chin in interest. Okay, maybe we've done something good. Curious. Do you know what my dreams mean? Dreams can mean a multitude of things. It is the spiritual realm's way of speaking to us. I've heard of magi who can control their dreams. Can I learn to do that too? Don't get ahead of yourself so quickly. Not all magi are graced with this gift, and it takes more than a grain of interest to become proficient at it. Ifrita places her hand on yours, gazing into your eyes as she leans even closer to you. You hold your breath, afraid of letting out a shaky sigh. For now, just follow the tides of your dreams, and they will lead you to the path you need to take. Once you complete this task, you will earn a place alongside my lauded champions. It is an honor beyond your wildest dreams. You shall never want for anything again. This is both my word as bond as Empress. But what about the artifact? What is it that I'm supposed to be looking for? Ifrita leans closer to you, meeting your eyes directly. You push back onto your bed at the look on her face, cornered with the sting of yesterday's incident burning up your skin again. You haven't mastered the dance of what amuses the Empress and what enrages her quite yet. and you fear that you've misstepped. However, to your surprise, she simply smiles again. This is a good thing. Yes, keep that smile on so we don't die a hideous, horrible death. There's a softer quality to the Empress than you had seen yesterday. Perhaps it's the intimacy of seeing her in your room, outside of her regalia, but there's a sense of serenity surrounding her. When she speaks again, her voice is almost sweet. I will only tell you this once. Do not ask me for what I do not give you freely. Just follow my orders without question. Ooh, that's a nice way of saying, shut up or else you're going to die. Ifrita releases your hand and stands, smoothing out her gown. You're still shaken by her closeness and heat, so much so that her absence feels like the air has gone cold in the space she had filled. Prepare yourself. My champions will await you at the entrance to the palace. Ifrita turns and strides out of the room. After taking some time to compose yourself, you leave the ornate room. Despite the twisting hallways, you manage to find your way through the elegant halls until you reach the doors of the palace once again. Okay, let's save. Let's save. Something seems like we're going to have to make a choice. Okay. You see Noor, Alibaba, and Vali waiting for you, dressed for travel and doing last-minute checks on their gear. Their collective gazes fall upon you as soon as you exit the ornate doors. Okay. Ooh. Huh. Let's save again. I don't trust this at all. Let's do Noor. You turn to Noor, watching her as she pulls at the straps of her tunic to make sure it's tied securely. She seems like the only person who's really there to protect us. So it might be nice to get close to her. She looks at you with a calm gaze. Good morning, Panda. Were you able to rest well? Yeah. No, I didn't. Noor frowns at you. She reaches into the satchel attached to her belt and pulls out a small canvas bag. This is from my collection of sleeping herbs. If you have a need for them, I can make you a sleeping draught to ease your dreams. See, she's here to help. Oh, look! She slightly approves. We've done something good. These herbs have worked well enough for me when nothing else has. After your exchange, you prepare to take the first step of your life-changing journey, and are immediately stopped by a messenger bursting out of a side door to the palace. Sir! Alibaba, sir! The messenger speaks timidly, frightened by the status of those they're interrupting. Alibaba turns to them as they squeak out their next words. The Empress asks for your presence. She wishes to speak to you before you depart. Asking? Wishing? That's new. You're sure she said those words exactly? The messenger squeaks again. Not those words. Exactly. So you forgot what she said? You're sure you didn't forget anything else? Okay, this guy's just here to screw with people. That's not nice. What if there was a secret code word the Empress uses to let me know that it's really her message I've received? I could die walking into a trap because of you. Or worse, I could ignore the Empress all because you gave me the wrong message. The messenger begins stammering at Alibaba in a panic. Alibaba, don't torment them. See to the Empress. We'll go ahead to Panda's home. Vali sighs at Alibaba's behavior. The whole world is front of us, and you're wasting time harassing strangers. You've always had a strange choice in hobbies. Alibaba ignores both of their comments, but turns to you to nod his head in farewell. He ducks away from you, disappearing back into the palace. Home? No time to sew you a new set of travel clothes. You'll have to take what you have at home. And it's a good idea to say goodbye to it, don't you think? Who knows what the future will bring us? Probably death. Sadness, anger, and death. In no particular order. Maybe all at once. You nod at Vali, understanding the kindness being offered to you. Noor and Vali begin walking away from you without another word, and you move to catch up with them, curious about what the Empress wanted with Alibaba. I wonder what. You stay near Vali and Noor as the crowds part to clear a path for the Empress's champions. The golden spires and alabaster temples threaten to overwhelm you in the Golden Quarter. The glint of jeweled robes distract your gaze, and the careless laughing of young nobles fills up your ears as you walk through the streets. The louche sights and sounds fade into the quieter mood of the silver and bronze quarters, before rising up again to the dull roar of overlapping shouts when you reach the Onyx Quarter. The Onyx Bazaar is a chaotic masterpiece, merchants hawking their wares and engaging in a never-ending battle to yell louder than one another. Look at this! Ooh, is that a rat? Look at this. Even when it's supposed to look bad, the art is just so good! The bright colors of carpets, the glint of jewelry, the overlapping smells of the foods and perfumes press in on you, enveloping you in a riot of energy. The bazaar distracts your companions, and Vali veers away from you to stop in front of a stall full of enchanted amulets, flirting easily with the blushing stall-keeper. So he's a flirt. Even Noah stops to hover near a stall of candied dates, eyeing them until she's offered a sample by the slightly shaken Jid sitting behind the counter. Despite the festive mood of the bazaar, you feel a creeping melancholy as you stand against a wall, waiting for them to return so you can leave. I smell something bad's gonna happen. You refuse Noah's offered dates when she returns and take your companions down a quieter alley that leads to your neighborhood. You weave through the labyrinth of roads into the lower city as you point out directions to Noor and Vali. They listen to your instructions without comment, and it takes you a while to remember that they would already know where you lived. Vali had been there himself, after all. Okay, yeah, that is a good point. It was the same as when Alibaba had known your name. Speaking of, do you know why the Empress called Alibaba? Noor and Vali pause near the door to your apartment and flash each other an inscrutable look. Vali begins to speak, but stops when he hears the near-silent sound of a door creaking open from inside your home. Without hesitation, Vali kicks open your door, Noor drawing her sword behind him. You push back the others to get a better look at the mess that has been made of your home. Marsban. Uh-oh, this isn't good. All of your drawers are open and your belongings litter the floor where they've been carelessly thrown by his greedy hands. Aw, man! Marsban pauses his exploration of the insides of your pantry and gives you an offended look, like you've interrupted him in the middle of something important. Who is this person? We have not met him before. Oh, wait, oh, whoa, ooh. I did not mean to do that. Hold on, I gotta go back. Okay. There it is. Sorry, I didn't know I could do that. You've encountered Marsban a few times in the past, usually to trade rare arcane goods that he's ferreted out. His connections to the black market have been vital to you, but his personality was something else. Marsban takes in the fact that you're alive and accompanied by two of the Empress's champions without blinking. He seems suspicious. Whether it's bravado or foolishness, he steps towards you without any hint of fear on his face. Noor and Vali tense next to you, but they'd stopped in their attack once you said Marsban's name. It's strange to think about, but you realize that they're waiting for you to indicate what they should do. I know what you're thinking, but really, I'm not doing something that wild here. I thought you were dead, and it'd be a damn shame if all your stuff went to waste. He gives you a friendly pat on the cheek, and you roll your eyes at him. He seems like someone that if he had touched me on the cheek, I would have socked him in the face. Taken out his other eye or something. That'd be kind of cool. Like eye patches in both eyes. I know that's not very good for him, but the artwork would be cool. Just because I left doesn't mean you've got a free invitation to go through my things. Marsban ignores the indignation in your voice, but has enough sense to take a step away from you and the champions behind you. It's not like I expected your luck being good enough for you to survive meeting Ifrita. Hope it doesn't run out in the future. That sounds ominous. Vali sneers at Marsban from behind you, and you feel a coil of seething heat pulsing out from where he stands. Noor sheaths her sword. Stand down, Valiru. He's a thief and a bastard. I would be happy to put him in this place. He's not worth it. Vali exhales forcefully, his burning aura dissipating with his measured breaths. Marsban, who'd put his hands up and stepped backwards away from Vali, jerks back suddenly. How did he get here? How is he here? He'd walked straight into Alibaba. Alibaba claps his hands down on Marsban's shoulders, and Marsman's impassive face finally shrinks into dread, with Alibaba's nails digging into him. That's the face of someone who knows he done fucked up. Wait, how had Alibaba got in there? That's what I would like to know. The only window to the room was right in your view, and Noor was blocking the door. Disbelief sparks through you. Had he stepped out of the shadows? Seems ominous. I agree. He's sloppy in his work, and that alone is terrible enough to deserve a punishment. Alibaba looks to Vali. If he's so fond of showing off, he can show us how much bite is in his bark, don't you think? Vali's eyes light back up, blistering flames sparking back to life on his fingertips. Noor sighs in his aspiration. You have a feeling she's been forced to witness Vali and Alibaba's antics before. Marsman begins to shrink back into Alibaba, away from Vali's approach. He meets your eyes desperately. This is going to hurt. A lot. Let's save. I have a feeling if we interfere, Noor will be happy, but if we don't interfere, these two might be happy. But also, we don't interfere, Marsman might be helpless to us in the future, so let's interfere. The object fear in Marsman's face is enough for you to know that this is the wrong choice. He deserves to be punished, but not like this. You take a bold step between Vali and Marsman, stopping the Magister in his tracks. You see the surprise in Vali's face, but he extinguishes the flames in his hand without argument. Okay? This isn't right. Just let him go. You turn to Alibaba, who had taken his hands off of Marsman at your words. Marsman surges back to the corner of the room, as far away as possible from everyone else he can get. That's enough. You cannot start a fight with every person who offends you. Yeah, Noor. You tell her. You tell him. Amidst the bickering, another person joins the wreckage that used to be your home. Salaam steps over the remnants of the door scattered across the floor. Oh, she looks pissed. She is not impressed. Salaam looks directly at Vali while she speaks. You know, I just had this door fixed last night after a certain Magister broke it down. Noor flashes an annoyed glance at Vali. Look at him. He's smirking. Ugh. Don't act as if you haven't actively participated in breaking down doors with me, Noor. We heard danger and acted before thinking. Forgive us. I am sure I can cover the repair cost myself. Well, yeah, you're champion. You must be loaded. It's fine. I'd rather deal with it myself. But danger? What danger? She takes a look around the room. A breeze fills your apartment and you realize the window is open. It seems that Marsman took the opportunity of a distraction to make his escape. Oops. Whatever else, Marsman's knack for survival was admirable. It seems your adventure is off to an entertaining start. Question mark, who is this person? You bring your attention to the owner of the voice, who steps in behind Salaam. We'd like to make ourselves known. Oh, hey, isn't she the princess? Or something? This happens a lot. You have my sincerest apology, princess, that you've been made to witness the ugly underbelly of the imperial city. Okay, so it is the princess. There is nothing to say sorry for, General Noir. The Empress has already shown me the wicked parts of the city. Alibaba and Vali laugh in unison. Feel as if I'm missing something here. Bravo! I like her. Anka's smile grows wider, the comment bringing a slight flush to her cheeks. Oh, look at her. She likes him. She likes him. She looks to you, her smile fading in concern. I have a request to MadPanda, as the Empress won't listen to me. I want you to take me with you on your quest. It will be too dangerous for you, princess. I'm capable of more than you think. Nevertheless, I understand your concern. I still wish to accompany you all. Vali's eyebrows peak in interest. Indeed, Princess Anke-Senaman is from the royal family of the Redom. Her lineage is known for its exceptional talent with magic, and the family's connection to the stars unparalleled. It would be of great assistance to us to have her navigate us to our goal. Vali gestures to you. However, ultimately she must choose if the princess comes with us. Vali was right. Ridam were attuned to the celestial planes more than others. The honored mother of all creation and cosmos, Azam, had given your species the gift to seek answers from the stars themselves. So if we don't take her, I could easily take her place. But if she's the one who knows exactly where we're going, she might be invaluable. But if I do, Noir's probably not going to be pleased with us, but Valley might. The stars rarely answered, or if they did, it wasn't in a way that you were able to understand. However, your princess was able to unravel the language of the stars with ease, and that would be of extreme value to you. You couldn't imagine traveling with the princess, but she was here in the flesh. There was no way you could say no. Oh wait, so we don't get a choice. Okay, she has to come. It'd be my honor to travel with Princess Akhenasaman. Anka jumps to embrace you, giving you a tight squeeze before releasing you. The scent of jasmine lingers even after she separates from you. Please, call me Anka. Okay, Anka, so much easier. So much easier. Anka turns to the champions, her smile still bright. Then it's settled. I can offer my palace as a base of operations to start. Our library may provide an avenue for answers to questions we'll have after speaking to the stars. Cool. Vali's ears perk up with interest. I've heard rumors about the hidden riches held within the Ridam Kingdom. Is it truly as grand as people say? Before Anka can reply, Ali Baba places a hand on Vali's shoulder. You'll get your answer when you see it. We should start making our way to the Ridam Kingdom before sunset. Anka nods happily in agreement. I'll tell you all about it outside. I just need to find Azizi. Who's that? The three of them leave your room and head outside, chattering with one another until they are out of your earshot. You're left with Noor and Salaam. Noor grips her hands together, her face slightly red with embarrassment as Salaam fusses around the room trying to pick up your belongings. Salaam, I'm sincerely sorry for the intrusion. If that Nijid continues to bother you, I will send someone to guard you. I will do what I can to make sure he stops. Salaam shrugs off the offer with a wave of her hand. Don't worry about it, Noor. Marsman's a pest, but I've learned to deal with him over time. Isn't that right, Panda? You frown at the remark. Marsman only knew about this apartment because of his acquaintance with you. It's mostly your fault that he causes trouble to Salaam. Aww. She deserves more of an apology from you than from Noor, but you're distracted by the familiarity with which Noor and Salaam speak to one another. They know each other. What kind of relationship could the Empress's general and your human landlord have? Do you two know each other? Don't you know that all transgender people know one another as a rule? Cool. I found Salaam shouting on the street about needing to find a teenager a place to stay. Her own house was overfilled with people already, and she couldn't take on more. Salaam has the heart to do anything. I just gave her the resources she needed to succeed in her efforts. Aw, I bet they're besties. It's not just me. The General and I have been working on making a space for trans people in the city to find solace in each other. The network we built is strong enough that we can give help where needed. Aw, that's so cool. I may be a landlord by trade, but I do somehow end up giving away more apartments than I rent out. This is just great. I'm so glad they included this. Let's say I'm part of that network too. I remember. That's how I found this place. I can't thank you enough for your help. I've never met General Noir. What happened to all trans people know each other? Oh, because I'm part of the... Okay, so that just means that my character's trans now. Okay. Salaam laughs airily. You've always been too wrapped up in yourself and your own doings, Panda. The network idolizes Noir. She is a woman that gives them an ideal to look up to, so they know that they can reach for something more. She'll be sorely missed. You look at Noir curiously. She had been your jailer and Ifrita's right hand to you, but you were learning that there are pieces of her that shone out so brightly. You couldn't help but feel the same idolization that Salaam spoke of. Yeah, she's pretty awesome. I don't know when we'll return from this quest, Salaam. Noir's gaze follows Salaam's falling face, her own expression mirroring the grief within Salaam's eyes. Oh, so she's like what everyone aspires to be, and we don't know when she's coming back. We don't know if she's coming back. That's scary. Oh, that's something I didn't even think about. That they might die. I mean, I might die. I thought about that, but if I'm not careful, one of these people could die. Oh, that's not good at all. Silence hangs in the air like a thick miasma. Salaam forces a smile, even as tears brim at the corner of her eyes. You both mean a lot to me. Inshallah, you'll return safely. Her voice quivers, and your heart aches for her. Salaam always was there for you when you needed a helping hand or a loyal friend. You hope that you have returned the same comfort to her in the time you've had with her. You hope that you see her again, once this is all done. If we live, I swear to protect Panda with my life. She will return to you in one piece. You have my word. Salaam smiles, taking a deep breath before wiping away her tears. She turns to you to wipe your wet eyes with her chador. You hadn't realized that you'd had tears brimming at the corners of your own eyes all this time. You make sure Noah stays out of trouble, all right? Salaam winks, patting your cheek affectionately. Cool. You need to pack for your journey. Let me try and... You watch as Salaam begins to rush around the room, pulling out clothes from the mess of torn-out drawers and strewn clothing Mars been left. She folds them neatly onto your bed before turning back to gather more into her arms. For a human, Salaam moves fast. The way that she navigates the chaos is impressive. You realize you should probably help her and pull out a bag from the dresser. Noir is already at your shelves, straightening out the items you'd collected over the years. When the three of you have returned to the room to some semblance of order, Salaam carries your bulging bag to you. I put some things in here that I think you'll find useful. You nod, slinging the bag over your shoulder. Thank you, Salaam. It's time we say goodbye. Salaam gives a sad nod, her bottom lip threatening to quiver again. She pulls you into a brace, dragging Noir in with the two of you. Noir's hand rests on top of yours as you both hold on to Salaam. Aww. You feel that you've learned something deeply personal about the General's heart. You're moved by the comfort of her hand and how easily she had professed her life to yours. Yay, I think we're getting closer. One day, you will return the favor to her. Salaam finally releases you. Kuda Hafiz, stay safe and take care. When you return, I'll have made sure that the door is champion-proof. You and Noor leave the apartment, walking back out into the hectic marketplace where your companions are waiting. Outside, you almost walk into a wall of people. A sizable crowd has formed right near your doorstep, all of them whispering to each other in hushed excitement. You force your way through the throng of people to the front, and freeze upon seeing what has them all so captivated. The genesis of the Onyx Quarter formed a circle around an imposing feathered beast. The creature is an amalgamation of a dragon and a peacock, easily intimidating and majestic. Its enormous size encompasses almost all of the free space between the walls of the old bazaar, and its feathered tail sways side to side, setting off a dazzling array of iridescent hues in the sunlight. The Simurgh's body and massive wings have scatters of downy pink feathers and golden scales that sparkle like gemstones. The Simurgh naps, unbothered by the odd crowd surrounding it. Its serpentine neck nestles along its sleek body, its beak tucked under a lustrous wing. You turn to Noor to see if she is as impressed by the sight as you were, but her brows are knitted tightly together in thought. Let's ask what's wrong. Ask what's wrong. Noor meets your gaze before turning away to focus on the Simurgh, although she doesn't seem to take in the sight with the shock you had. Since we are to be working together, it would be best if I were completely honest with you. I'm unsure of what Ifrita is planning by sending you on this quest alongside her champions, or why she didn't send the three of us alone to retrieve it. Your arrest couldn't have been a mere coincidence. I believe it was planned. She knew you and chose you specifically. I just don't know how or why. There's one thing I am certain of, Panda. You are at the center of Ifrita's plan. Noor's voice wavers slightly when she speaks again. I fear for the safety of the people of Gehennam. I have seen Ifrita's plans in action before, and they've all ended with bloodshed. Oh, that really does not bode well for Panda. This is not good at all. I have lived through enough war and death. She sighs, closing her eyes to compose herself. When she opens them again, her face has regained its calm exterior. We should see what all the fuss is about. Noor confidently strides toward the Simurgh, not a hint of hesitation in her step. Alibaba, Anka, and Vali are engaged in enthusiastic conversation, Anka bubbling with joy while she gestures at the beast. I named her Azizi when I was a little girl because she was so adorable when she was tiny. Vali reaches out and scratches lightly at the Simurgh's head. She stirs and tilts her massive head into his sharp nails, a low purring sound resonating from her throat. She's incredibly soft and well-behaved. Ifrita has her own Simurgh, but Genie is better suited for battle. Genie is a demon, just like her owner. Does Azizi eat birdseed by any chance? Azizi will eat anything you give her. If that's the case, then... What are you gonna give her? Okay, I thought he was gonna throw like a person in there or something. As you approach, you watch Alibaba reach behind himself, pulling out a small brown bag out of nowhere. He shakes it in front of Azizi, who lifts up her head, alert and watching with lidded blue irises. But it seems Azizi isn't the only one interested in the contents of his bag. Several white and gray speckled birds appear to rest on Alibaba's shoulders and horns, hooting to one another in excitement. Are those birds your pets? Alibaba watches one of the birds hop down onto his forearm as he begins to dig around the bag. All these lovely but greedy birds are mine. Cool. He extends out a handful of seeds towards Azizi, who is joined by a flock of birds and pecking at his hands. They're my scouts. There's no better way to watch the city than through a bird's eye view, no? They're much more reliable than people. You're disturbing your audience. Alibaba, Anka, and Vali look away from Azizi and notice for the first time the crowd around them. Alibaba shrugs to himself, continuing to feed the birds while Vali happily waves at the crowd. Anka's cheeks burn with embarrassment as she clenches Azizi's stirrups. I think it would be best if we left now. Noor signals to your group as she walks away. Vali bows in a farewell to the crowd and then follows her. Alibaba drops the rest of the seeds onto the ground, attracting a new group of birds as Azizi huffs at having to leave her food behind to walk between Alibaba and Anka. Lagging behind, you bid a last goodbye to your home as you knew it. Watching the backs of the Empress's champions and the Princess of the Radam, you realize again how surreal your life has become. A part of you wishes you could wake up from this dream, everything back to the way it had been just the day before. Lost in your own thoughts, you don't notice Anka falling back to walk beside you. She passes Azizi's reins to Vali, who'd won the favor of the Simurgh earlier with his skilled petting. I know that look. It's the face of a sudden change, a fear for what's coming ahead, a longing for what's left behind. You look away from the princess. Her perceptiveness was belied by her bubbly exterior. I know it's scary, Panda. Her voice softens. To leave your home, unsure of when you will return, questioning the path that brought you where you are. She smiles, but her eyes are still filled with sadness. But home isn't where you lay your head. It is where you find the most happiness. She places her hand on your cheek. You wonder if she could feel the rising heat of your skin. You have brought me so much happiness already by letting me be a part of your journey, Panda. I hope that I can bring you some as well. Cool. Noor and Anka notice your flushing and exchange amused looks. My horse is stable in the outskirts. We can use them to get to the Red Coast. Noor takes the natural lead through the crowds of the city, leading you out of the gates. Okay. I think I'm going to pause here and continue in the next episode, guys. So let's save here. And so this is MadPanda signing out. If you like my content and you want to see more content like this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell for notifications. Once again, this is MadPanda signing out. See you later, guys.